Hello, welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast on another match day watch-along. And we're doing a bit of a neutral one tonight. Doesn't have no affiliation to myself in terms of Arsenal, and I have no emotional root to it. So it'll be an interesting one, as I say. There's two teams I can hate with a passion. One, because they decided to, over 20 years ago, decided to take some Russian money and test the hierarchy, basically, for a good few years. And the other one's just Tottenham, basically. So, yeah, as I said, good away there. We are doing a live Chelsea Tottenham watch along. Literally, 6 minutes away from kickoff. Apart from, I don't know what else. He's just been a bit. But I'll be honest. I'll be honest. In terms of the game itself, I said this earlier in the week, I think this has got 0-0 written on the dullest 0-0 in the world written all over it. You got Chelsea who've fallen off a cliff, by the way, since Christmas, and who could have called that? Oh wait, I did match day, or well before match day one, when Enzo was hired. I called it, and I got called bananas basically to be polite. Oh, it's a one-off last year with Leicester. It's a one-off. It'll be better with better players. They're not, but anyway. And look how that's played out. And then you got Tottenham, who are all season literally they are 13th in the league. I think they've all started 14 games, something like that. All in the Premier League, just Premier League, not including like FA Cup, the League Cup, and all that jazz, and obviously Europa League as well. Not including all that. And and like I said about Man United the other night, Tottenham are lucky. There's 3 teams that have been promoted that are struggling really, really bad this year. That's damning in itself. Just want to make sure I'm actually live. I don't like Restream's new read yet because I've got no countdown. Well, they've changed a lot of things since Tuesday. Where we had the usual countdowns and all that, a bit of music and all that to really get people in and all that. That's gone. Hence why you got what you had at the start. And I had no sound, so I didn't know what was happening and when it was going to end. And that's all of them, by the way. I checked them all just before it live, and none of them have sound. So well done, Restream, for that one. You had 6, 7 proper decent countdown options. You took them all away for moving soundless countdowns, which is pretty pointless if you think about it. But hey, here's what it is. Oh dear. And also, Chelsea is sick, aren't they, after results over the last few days? They need to win to get themselves back into the top 4. Oh my days. The famous Chelsea. Yeah, the famous Chelsea of the last 20 years. Okay. I'm waiting for Gav, by the way, because Gav and Ruddy and all that, you asked for this. You asked me to do this. If you're doing this, I've done it. If you don't turn up, I'm going to be pissed. I'm expecting as I say, I'm expecting a 0-0. I'm expecting the dullest game in the world to take part tonight. And even if someone was going to be Chelsea, because Tottenham's record against Chelsea at the Bridge ain't great. And as I say, Tottenham are fucking awful. This season, for me, it's been a long time coming. It's been 20 odd years in the making since fucking Martin Yell ruined things and made Tottenham a competitive team in the Premier League. When I say competitive, I mean they actually pushed up the league and actually were contesting for European spots over the last 20 years. What I'm seeing from Tottenham this season is what I grew up with, what I love. So, hey, we'll see what happens, obviously. But the fact Tottenham fans, the season they're having, by the way, with the season they are having, there's Tottenham fans out there in the UK, around the world, that genuinely think they're going to win the Europa League. and that's going to save their season. You're not winning the Europa League, and even if you did, or could get your Champions League, mate. If you by some miracle win the Champions League by some poxy miracle, you're getting humiliated. You will be out. You will be. You won't even get the playoff spots next year for the bloody league phase. Your team ain't got the minerals. And I'll bet they will spend money for the Champions League, mate. You was in the Champions League. The last time we got the Champions League, you bought fucking 30-year-olds at the back end of their careers. And we went and done our business that summer, and we leapfrogged you and went on to do bigger and better things. But Ramiro and Van der Ven are back in the match day 11 by the looks of it. There you go. I don't get how Nico Jackson or Sanchez are still in this 11. By the way, yeah, I really don't get how they get into a Chelsea 11. How the standards have fallen under this ownership. Even Sancho, by the way, all Chelsea fans complained about that I know of, that I've spoken to, or I've seen them post on X or on YouTube. They all slag him off, but he's getting starts with Enzo, but then saying that's so Sancho still. Oh dear, you could not make it up. Believe you me. Gotta make sure I group check those. 1 sec. Chat's very quiet. Give me your score. For once people are watching, give me your score predictions in the chat. I'll read them out. And if you like me, a neutral doesn't have no interest, it just it's a bit of a laugh, basically. We've got okay. Oh, there's Tommy Tuchel. Oh, Tommy. Is he in the actual stands? Or is he in a box that looks like a stand? I'm sorry, the way that looks like he's been put in the peasants. And we're underway. My score prediction is say it'll be a 0-0 or 1-1 draw. One of the two. But it's going to be a draw. Either way, it's going to be the most pointless 2 hours. 2 hours I'm not going to get back in this stream, basically. From one perspective, the news is if Tottenham don't win tonight, mathematically, that's it. St. Tottenham's Day is a thing for another year. Woo-hoo. Oh dear. Long ball over the top already. Nico Jackson. Oh my God! Hit the post. Just hit the post. Tottenham literally almost spurs it up in the first minute, and almost went 1-0 down. It would have been the most calamity Spursy type goal ever. If Chelsea score, and I say this, I know I just said it'll be probably a dull 0-0. If Chelsea get an early goal in its first 5 minutes, Tottenham will fall apart. Then it'll be an onslaught. It might be an interesting game then. Nico is so fucking useless. Nico Jackson is the most useless striker you can possibly think of as an so-called out-and-out striker. Any other striker in that position just goes, boom, reads the play, runs across the ball, gets a touch to the ball, knocks it in far post. Here comes Son, and a block. Corner Tottenham side. Well, it's been an interesting start. See how it lasts, but again, in the first minute, we've already seen why Nico Jackson is the most pointless striker and why Chelsea do actually need to upgrade on an experienced striker. Oh my God, who was that? Van der Ven almost. Basically, in Van der Ven's attempt to clear the ball, he almost helped Nico score a goal. So, dear, sounds about right. I was just in the replays. Oh, Casado's gone. Either he's took a knock or he's done a muscle. He's going to try and run it off by the looks. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't look like it's the hammer. I think he's just literally his legs tightened up a bit from the collision with Jed Spence. Oh, yeah. I'll sleep. Okay. Dear. Oh, that's a shit. I have seen some shit corners this year. That has got to be top of the pile. Trying to do a sneaky. What's that? Tried being obviously a word. A sneaky near post attempt, but no, there's no Tottenham player dead. Sort of, oh, getting touched on that. Boom. Who's alive? Who's alive? Of course he is. Trying to walk it off. He's still trying to walk it off, Casado. Doesn't look. He's gone. Look like he's going to Gabriel's situation of a muscle pull. I doubt it. He's just reached around his hamstring. It might be his hamstring tightened or worse. For me, I think he's dead. Look at the replay here of Judge Spence. The contact will suggest dead leg, but the way he's reached out to his hamstring there, after he's gone down, maybe it's done something worse than a dead leg. Oh, there's the club captain, Reece James. Again, this is a London derby. I'm sorry, this is a London derby. Chelsea at home, and your club captain is you're benching the club captain when he's putting a run a game together he hasn't done for a long time, and you're just like, he's the captain. It's just like he is the club captain. Enzo's got his favours, and Reece ain't one of them. Well, Sanchez, what you got to do with yourself tonight? Sancho again down the wing. Is he going to take to the byline? Is he going to throw it away? At the Cole Palmer, Gusto, Enzo, Cucurella again, Sancho. You guys are actually going to attack the penalty box at this point. The amount of touches you guys are having. I thought that was one. Oh, I thought that was in. For Gusto, I actually thought for a brief second I thought that was 1-0 Chelsea. Keeper was beaten. The keeper was beaten if that was on target. If that had been on target, he was beaten. Well and truly beaten as well. Oh, oh dear. Let's see if not Potts. What did I say? Potts for fucking hell. Big Ange actually changed his tactics and stopped playing his stupid high line. In terms of conceding goals in the first 15 minutes, Tottenham are top of the list. 20 clubs. And they wonder what. Again, this is what I'm saying. In terms of. They're lucky. Any other year, them and Man United are in a relegation scrap. But because the teams actually in the relegation zone aren't on it at all, putting enough runs together to keep it close and tight, they're like, well, we're down here, but we can suck it up for a year, sort of thing. Well, United can anyway. Tottenham get used to it. Get back used to this thing. This is what you should be at. This is what your norm was before Martinelli ruined things. Okay, Alan Sugar, what? Alan Sugar sells up to in who he sold. Obviously, the current ownership of Tottenham all them years ago. The one person that stayed behind for the new ownership was bloody this Levy guy, and fucking look what's happened. But then it's sort of leveled things out now over the last few years. So is anyone apart from Cucurella going to try and defend today? Bergwell's a situation down the wing, and Barry Cucurella at the last minute moment they run forward to try and stop the ball going forward anymore. Casado and I think Sanchez just gave him 5 yards of space to run into constantly as they continue to back off him. Right, let's have a look about this house. Now the game's peaking out to the way I thought it would go. After the initial fiery opening from both sides, mainly from Chelsea, it's now sort of petering out to the slow, passive, boring crap that I expected. Yay. Palmer and Turkey onto Sancho's going to fuck it up. Sancho, yep, he fucked it. The fact I knew he's going to do that before. Oh, dude, but I can say because he doesn't play for my team, so I can sit here and say that. Chelsea and Man United respectively fucked Sancho's career. Let's be brutally honest. The lad literally played 5-6 years in Germany for Dortmund. Peak of his powers, doing what he was doing there, and then obviously even last season, second half of last season, went back to Dortmund in the Bundesliga and rediscovered the form that he had previously gone to United. Yet Chelsea and that Man United Man United didn't even try. Just once it came back, Chelsea can't even Chelsea can't rediscover that form somehow. And look where Dortmund are now, by the way, without him. Put it this way, on another day, Jadon Sancho has a Champions League medal winners medal last year instead of a runners-up one. Against anyone else in that final, they would have probably won just because. Oh dear. We have having a word with Colwell and Ramiro. Having a bit of a tussle. I say tussle, it's just them touching each other, basically. It's like they're touching each other, but Ramiro's trying to play rugby by completely holding him. Ball in. And pinball, yeah, you have pinball in the box. It's like with the goalkeeper, it's fucking pinball between like 7 or 8 players there in white and blue. Why? Again, I'm not even obviously I'm an Arsenal fan here, but Vicario, this is why Vicario for Tottenham is so overhyped since he's arrived at Tottenham last season. Sorry, so overhyped because that ball from Palmer wasn't. It was a cross. It was a cross. It was a catchable cross as well. It wasn't like, and yet Palmer just goes. Not Palmer, Vicario just goes. Oh, dives in the air and punches it out, which could have on another day caused problems. So overhyped. Get up. Bloody hell. Right. Oh, God. How deep does Palmer have to get? Seriously, how deep does Palmer have to come to get the ball there? There's no. If that's ever given as a penalty in this game or any other game, the game's gone. I'm sorry. So I'm not saying so. Fucking Cucurella's headless chicken. He's playing like headless chicken so far. No control, just running into players and hoping for the best. And even then, when I say hope for the best, I mean he's missing the player completely and the ball. These teams are so bad. Gav, what have you done to me? Why have you made me do this? You're not even in the chat. Oh, yeah. It's Jackson this time. Even the atmosphere at the bridge, I've got a little bit. As I say, I got a little bit of sound on, so I can hear who the commentators are and all that. Even the atmosphere at the bridge for a London derby, for apparently they hate Tottenham more than us. It is dead. There's nothing for me. Even the away fans are quiet. Here comes the end zone, the attack, leading to charge. Romero needs to get up, otherwise he's in trouble. Gusto with the ball in, and it's overhit into the crowd. There we go. Won 61 of 96 English managerial, 64%. Most of them came at Leicester last year. Let's be brutal in the Championship, but we actually going there including Championship wins as a win percentage in England. Okay, cool. Just to make someone look amazing, better than what they are. I wouldn't even say amazing, just better than what they are. And like I said, Start the season, or even before the start of the season, I said Chelsea might have a good start, and I said this to Gam, I said this to Woody and all that. You guys are regulars. You're having a good start, but let's see where you are. Let's see what where you are after the halfway point around Christmas time. See what happens with your form. What the hell happened? Oh yeah, what the exact same thing that happened at Leicester last year, to a T, and it's continued. It's continued since. Who could have predicted that apart from me? Oh yeah, just me. Oh, 1-0 nearly. No, how's that not 1-0? How is that not 1-0 Chelsea? Tottenham are like living a charm life. This should be 2-0 at least already. Give Chelsea. I mean, that would have been the flukiest goal in the world. Chelsea would have took it. Even the first, even when it hit the post in the first 50 odd seconds, would have been fluky, but they would have took it. They all count after all. Gusto just threw himself to the floor and trying to clear the ball. And Sanchez just a Sanchez things. I know Chelsea fans that come across as a be sick of obviously either regulars or whatever. Well, sick of fans saying this, but from my perspective, he's making Manuel Almunia look good. And I lived through the Almunia era. I actually lived through it. It irks me for was it 3 years before the penny dropped with Arsenal. For 3 years, that idiot was our number one. I said the penny dropped. He got injured again, and then Fabianski got a bit of form. He then got injured, and then Szczesny came, and then obviously Szczesny took his chance. Whilst both were injured, sorry. But I lived through the Almunia era. I know crap goalkeepers when I see him, and as I say, Sanchez is crap. I never rated him at Brighton. Never got why Graham Potter randomly one day woke up and went, Matty Ryan, you're dropped. You've done nothing wrong so far, but you're dropped. Sanchez is my new number one. And then the fact that Chelsea went and signed him, and he's got worse. He's actually got worse at Chelsea. He couldn't make it up. I'm enjoying it, obviously, but still. And what's even better is they've got 16 other goalkeepers or whatever in their first team, and apparently he's the best of the rest. Me. God. He's. I don't even. Is Sanchez? I don't even think Sanchez is picked for the national team, is he? You got Amaris, got Simeon, number one, Raya, the close number one, but number two. And who's the number three? I think it might be the guy we're going after in the sum for our number two. But my point is, Sanchez isn't even in the top three or top four goalkeepers in Spain in terms of the national team. I don't even think he's part of the Spanish team that won the Euros last year. Yet apparently he's good enough to play for Chelsea. On to Enzo. Why? Why did I get Gav convinced me to do this? Why? God. I've literally just seen a player try and do a dummy near the throwing line and mess it up to the point where the ball went out of play for a throw in to the other team. God. That's the point. What happened to bloody what's the name? I can't remember his name now. Whatever his name is. The lad from Munich. That was telling Tottenham fans, calm down, BVs and the ball and all that. That's it. Mateus Tell was on the bench. Sure. Yeah, they are. Because someone just jumped for the ball. I've got to say, with Neto, I'm surprised this season. Obviously, for the last couple of years, he's been pulling his hamstring left, right, and centre. Wall. Suddenly, he's left them, gone to Chelsea, and played a lot of games as well, and he hasn't done his hamstring or any sort of injury. He's actually been injury free this year. Touchwood, there's a few games to go for them. But if anything, he's actually where he was the stand-up player at Wolves. Sorry, Chelsea. He sort of faded again. He's like everyone else at Chelsea, just faded into the background. He's sort of taking that mantle of be the main man and all that in his position and for the whole team. He's just done what everyone else has done, just part of the furniture, just faded into the background and accepted their fate. That's it. We're getting away. The ref actually tackled the Tottenham defender. I thought it was just me, Colonel, to be honest. Usually, I get Catherine in here, get Tommy here briefly before lives and all that. Usually everyone comes, like, in BX and all that. Even for the neutral ones like this, will pop in. You're the first person to comment in the chat, and I've been live for 33 minutes and 17 seconds. I don't know what it's Sam and I even put in the channel group chat on WhatsApp that I'm live and all that, and no one's popped in once since. Okay, so unless Tom and Sam have gone live at the same time as or live currently or gone live at the same time as me, but even then, that have just bit of courtesy wouldn't go amiss. Even Gav, the one person that asked, the main person that actually asked if I'm doing a watch along for this game, begged me on Tuesday to do one. I've done it. He's not even popped in yet. Like, you cheeky bugger. He even DM'd me yesterday to make sure it was going ahead. I had to confirm it. I even sent the thumbnail. I just sent the thumbnail this morning when I'd done it to confirm it with him. We'll do this for my fucking benefit. I can't stand the two teams here. And so far, I've been in 26 minutes, over 26 minutes into this game. So far, in terms of quality and the way this game's playing out, I called it. I said it'd be a dull fucking 0-0. So it'll be pretty mid because it'll affect my fucking algorithm and all that as well, and the channel in general. It does affect the channel. Let's be brutally honest there. Anyone get a touch to the ball? Anyone? Kukurea in the, and he just okay. You got a corner out of it, but that was just poor. I know Arsenal played Chelsea last time out, put international break, and Chelsea were poor, and 1-0 flattered them. On another day with a full squad, we would have been so much more for our goal side of things. But you'd think, because again, this is a London derby, a chance to respond and show some passion in this one. They've done nothing. I don't know. But even again, both the away section and the general home fans, the atmosphere is dead. There's no atmosphere. Candle's gone. worst, or second worst corner ever actually. That was the worst one was under hit earlier. This is over hit. Ooh, bit of Midlands derby on Saturday. Villa versus Nottingham Forest. All Manchester derby on Sunday as well. Ooh. Well, if people want it, I'll do it, but I'm not going to do this again and have one person. Ooh, yay, sort of thing. I don't know if Sam's live. I don't watch this anymore. Just you, Rich, and Gary, and a few others. You don't know Sam's arguments. Can't be blamed for trolling. Okay, whatever. Melina's in the chat. Big up Melina. The second person here. Woohoo! The three of us. The three of us. How you doing, Melina? I mean, you ain't missed much in terms of this game. I don't know if you're watching it where you are. You ain't missed much apart from Jackson at the post 50 seconds in. And it wasn't put on purpose. It was the ball was kicked off his leg. I mean, when he gets a shot, he goes over like that. I shouldn't even be here. Like, Gav, why have you done this? I mean, I'm asking this. He's not even here. He asked for the stream. I'm doing the stream. He's not even here, contributing to the chat. That's like that. This is how I know the game will be bad. I brought up an alcoholic beverage tonight to get me through the next hour of football. Plus, obviously, the adverts and all that. Oh dear! Oh bloody hell! The Tottenham versus Spurs derby. Basically, it just feels like both teams are literally totally in the skies. Here's Catherine. How you doing, Catherine? Are you okay? Just got done with a meeting. Oh, fair enough. Well, as I say, in terms of, like I said to Manini, he ain't missed much in this game. It's like I predicted it would be. The dullest 0-0 in the world. There's a lack of quality, trust me, on both sides. Mainly on Tottenham side, obviously. But there's evidently so in Chelsea as well. No, amazing. Again, I keep saying this, let the law, because everyone has ran to every Arsenal fan this season. Let the law, be it fans or media or whatever. Let the law FC. So, why is it the letter of the law is not applied when players get in a referee's face and tell it to fuck off, basically? When it's meant to be a bookable offence. Just saying. Right. Here comes the ball from Neto. No quality to attack it. Anyone? No. Nope. And now Tottenham try to counter attack with two players against three. Cole Palmer's trying to defend and it's failing miserably so far. But Jed Spence does. Is it Jed Spence? No. Number 13. Even number 13 is for Tottenham. Touches the ball and gives it straight to Casado, basically. Fair enough, Catherine. Fair enough. Oh dear. Well, nope. Worst shot ever. Oh dear. Campbell says one Chelsea player gets in our squad in Palmer, but even Arsenal with injuries still would not take any other players. Their defence is poor. Defensive mids too. Yeah, and the only reason Palmer will get in our, it wouldn't even get in our starting 11. He'd get in our squad. But the only reason that is because he actually tries. He, in terms of in general, he actually steps up most of the time. Anyway, he can provide something in terms of goals and a threat. As I say, he'd be a squad player, but still. But if Chelsea fail to get Champions League football this season, in terms of the top 5, I think he'll start putting feelers out to his agents, and try and get a move out of there ASAP within the next 12 months. Because if he has any ambition, he's got to be as he starts to hit the peak of his powers, and he's what would as of next season, with his third full season as a senior player, playing senior football as a starter, he's got to have more ambition than just playing for a team trying to get into top 4. Not even competing to win trophies, just to try and get top 4 football. What has Spencer spent? If Sancho had a brain, Jed Spence would have been, in terms of would have been ruining his mistake there. But Sanchez gets the ball and goes brain fart. What am I doing? What am I doing? Catherine says you feel better now that Real Madrid might be out of their. Well, Courtois knows out, as you said. Quite a few players are out, obviously. They've got Tchouameni obviously suspended. Got a good chunk of their defence, first choice defence out as well, hasn't it? Mendy and all that. It's going to be interesting. And obviously, as someone else said in the chat, it looks like there's questions about Jude Bellingham and Mbappe as well, in terms of their fitness and availability. That would be ideal. Anyway. No, like they'll miss the weekend and then be miraculously recovered, them two in particular, in time for the Arsenal first leg. And Sanchez is useless, but gets away with it suddenly, maybe not. Madison, no. Can't pass the ball, apparently, Madison. Oh, bloody hell. So he's actually out. Oh, my days. So as you said before, then that's a definite then. Courtois and Lunin, how you pronounce his name, are both out. So their third choice goalkeeper will be in goal against us for at least for both legs. Makes it more of an even playing field, especially if the other players that are injured continue to be injured for that first leg at least. Anyway, yeah. There's 2 people on 2 different channels doing shows Thursday for you to compete with. Well, normally this will be your Arsenal show, in terms of podcast, but then again, that scheduling wise, we are making changes to the schedule. But Liam, which would have been starting this week, but Liam's had a bit of an illness basically in the last few days, and obviously doesn't feel up to it. So the plan is next week to start with the new schedule in terms of podcasting side of things, and from next week. So the plan is we're moving the All Arsenal podcast. That's going to be moved to a Monday slot now from now on. Unless Arsenal are playing on a Monday night for whatever reason. going forward. The Arsenal show will be on a Monday night from here on in, from 8 o'clock onwards. And obviously Tuesday, Wednesdays are the watch-alongs in terms of if Arsenal playing on Tuesday and Wednesday, men and women. That's our slot there. Jonesy set, so I know, yeah, I know that, I know. And the Cannon and Jonesy show, that's the point. The Cannon and Jonesy show is coming back, but it's going to be a fortnightly thing. So one show every fortnight on a Thursday as well. And obviously people have been begging for that. So the people that have been asking for that, asking where that is and what's happening with that, with that now coming back for after its long-term absence and all that for the last few months, if they then go and don't turn up, that's going to piss a lot of people off because you begged and begged and begged. We're providing it, and you're going to go, actually, but yeah. What are Jonesy and Craig as in 90? Are they live now? And in terms of the quizzes, because that was meant to happen on Monday, and then for over a week, by the way, in the little group that I have for the people that took taking part in that quiz, and obviously the quiz master, for over a week, because I didn't want to assume, and then come Monday, no one's like, well, I can't do that. Over a week, I asked, is everyone still okay for the following Monday for the quiz to still go ahead at the agreed time and date? Is everyone still okay for that? Is there any issues? Nothing until we got to Friday, Saturday. A couple of people that confirmed, yay. One or two people said can't do Monday. Most Mondays I won't do it. So okay, others still didn't get back, but we've then with that decided to move the monthly quiz to a Wednesday night now, and obviously the quiz that should have been on a Monday is now going to happen on the Wednesday. Wednesday. I think now. Double check. Get the right date. I'll tell you the exact date. Actually, we're going to do it. We're going to go get that quiz done and dusted, basically. Finally, by the way, the 15th. The 15th to 15th, which is a Tuesday. So, because obviously, yeah, because Arsenal are playing on a Wednesday on the 16th against the second leg, sorry, against Madrid. We're doing this month's one on Tuesday, but from here on afterwards, it's going to be on a Wednesday night instead, at near the end of the month. So you're going to have that as well with the content, and obviously the watch along still. Excuse me, and all that jazz, and a few other bits and pieces will come along the way as well, going into there'll be test run throughout the pre-season more so. We'll get the test runners out there and push forward basically. The next season, I will be more on it when it comes to the match of the day stuff because I know I've dropped the ball on the match of the day, watch streams whatever this season, but that's been either down to tiredness or headaches, whatever. Yeah, other bits and pieces. But next season, where I've dropped off there, that'll be up and back to normal, the norm basically. Just saying, might be why views are low, but also I think a lot of people have moved to short form content like TikTok and Twitch. Also, I think it's more so obviously, as you say, you've got people doing other bits as well that usually are in here, but want to spread their in terms of give these other people their support as well at the same time. I ain't got a problem with that, by the way, at all. To be clear. And also the game itself. I mean, I didn't want again. Gav asked me to do this. He begged me to do this, and then obviously he's not in the fucking chat. He's not even contributed so far to the stream, for fuck's sake. He doesn't actually turn up. I thought I didn't want to do it because I said it on Tuesday. When I was reading, what are you playing on Thursday? I said, it's got 0-0 written all over it. I said it had 0-0 written all over it, and I've been proven right so far. Yeah, Chelsea have had a couple of the opportunity Chelsea have had that should have gone in, haven't been by their own doing. It's been by Tottenham being Tottenham, basically. Put it this way: if this is a Manchester derby, for example, or Liverpool City, or Man United Liverpool, it wouldn't be struggling in terms of numbers tonight. No matter what platform you're doing it on, you wouldn't struggle. Sancho, mate, you don't help your case here. You literally have all the time in the world, and you loft it over the bar. He was onside as well, so it would have counted really on target. Wow. Wow. Oh, my legs. Gusto the ball in, gets a deflection. Colville gives away a free kick because he's an idiot. Romero's an idiot, he's going to get sent off now. He's just done the one thing you don't do. And even then, he's kicking off on the pitch with the players, right? Because of what he's done, like trying to add a bit of spot. The crowd's still dead. 2 minutes injury time. The crowd is dead. The players are, there's a scuffle here. There's a to and fro verbally between multiple players, and the volume in the crowd is not in terms of has it risen a decimal basically. There he is. Where the fuck have you been for the last 54 minutes? You after this bullshit? Oh dear. Oh, Casado's been booked. Was it? Or was it Trevor Chalobah? I think it's Chalobah being booked. So you can get involved in the scraps. Say scrap. Being a bit loose of the word scrap there, but still. That's what Memo did. What did he actually do? He's basically bumped into Carver asking for the ball, basically. Asleep. I mean, having the opportunity of not having to watch this, I mean, if I didn't have to do the stream, I'd probably, if I was watching this downstairs, be asleep myself. It's been that bad. So you haven't missed. That's how bad the game's been, to be fair. I.e., you haven't missed much. You ain't missed nothing, basically. Went winning United last night. He won the Kent Senior Cup and still in the London Senior Cup 2 for now. Was fun, quite a fun day out in Gillingham. Okay, that's cool. Sounds alright. Oh, my legs. I was meant to do match of the day last night, but I've got stuff going on private life in terms of I'm not going to go into it, but not at the moment anyway. In terms of here and now on this stream, and I'm not going to go into it, but I've had some stuff go down, and yeah, as well. And basically, wasn't in the right. Just wasn't in the right frame of mind, basically, to do even a match of the day stream last night. In the end, watched it. Don't get me wrong, I watched the match of the day. That's just, in terms of actually coming on live and all that. Just yeah. My sleeping pattern's absolutely dreadful, mate. For the last couple of nights, I'll be downstairs and 11 o'clock is usually when we let the dogs out for their last toilet break, like toilet or whatever of the day. To go out, let them up, get them back in, get them settled and all that, and we go up to bed ourselves. But I mean, with the pup, obviously she'll just as he's doing now, so find her spot and put herself to sleep of her own accord. But then I'm watching it for like 15, sometimes I do 15, like 15 minutes before, coming up at 11, and I'm literally like, I put something on and it's like past a bit of time. I've come to me after like 5 minutes, and then the next thing it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm having to come up in bed, and then 7 o'clock on the dot, I'm having to obviously have to get up, let the dogs out, kettle on, tea, coffee, and all that as well. Sort the animals out, the cats, the dogs, to the breakfast, do all that, clear away. And then today's been a bit of a hectic. It wasn't like hectic. It's been a bit more hands-on because obviously decent weather actually over in the UK, especially where I am. I think hardly ahead of 19 today. It could be 21 tomorrow. But half time on the way, 0-0. Again, nothing to sort of talk about here. But yeah, so got out front of the house, got the old pruners out, cut all the nettles and all that back to the literal bare minimums. Spray some weed killer once I cleared all that up, and then tomorrow's plan in front of the house, front garden is to cut the grass, give its first cut of the year and all that, and then bring it all back to the back of the house and start doing the back, or what is on the back garden anyway. But yes, I did that in terms of the front of the house, in terms of the nettles, braided it. Obviously, come in, I've got 2 wash loads in the basket, put that out in the line, come in, and literally feels like 3 or 4 times I had to fill it refill the sink because I've been washing up, and the water's just because the wash up liquid's crap, and goes within 5 minutes. I'm having to, after I've done the X amount, empty, rinse, fill up again, do more. It's just, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass in that sense. And then had an early dinner. Then 6:30, 7:15, feed the dogs again their dinner. Then out for the toilet before coming up here. And then here we are. Oh dear. Ever thought of doing some non-league vlogs on your channel? Do it going different grounds or matches? I've noticed. What's his name now? John Sinclair, the Newcastle fan, because he's obviously gone from doing just Newcastle content, but I noticed obviously yesterday he's doing vlogs now for either La Liga. I think he's done a non-league. I think he's done a non-league one as well. I think is it Woking or something like that? All the shot. I don't know. It's on his channel anyway. What was it? Over the last few weeks, he's done the weekend. Sorry, he was in Spain doing a La Liga vlog on his channel. Sorry, for Real Betis versus Sevilla. I mean, maybe we've done it at some point down the line, maybe, but it's the time and all that. I will be doing, because I'll say this as well, because I've got something else I did during the week as well. I sorted out my tickets for the women's semi-final, first leg against Lyon. Treated myself, went club level and all that, as you do. I've been thinking about doing a vlog for that as well. That's a proper vlog. That's a proper vlog for that as well. Putting that out there as well, along with obviously making sure you guys have got your Watchalong still with either Liam or Gary, hopefully hosting, because it's a Saturday 12:30 kickoff. So I've got obviously don't want to assume I've got to ask them if they're interested or not, and get that all sorted. And also, Kath, I don't know if Kathy's still watching. Even ask if see if Kathy's interested in hosting the watch along and all that as well for that game. So you still get your watch along, and also later on you'll get the vlog side of things as well, from my point of view. Just see like, and then in terms of the vlog, see how that's received and hear how that goes on the channel and in general, and yeah, go from there really. I will say this though, in terms of the off season, once the season's done, in terms of transfer stuff, I'm not going to do transfer news, speculation, rumors show things like that. But when we do sign players officially, I will do like either recorded videos or live streams on that in terms of welcome to the club, that sort of thing, like other channels do, and all that sort of stuff, sort of live reactions to the whole that side of things as well. But you know what I'm saying, sorry. Arsenal v Leon, Catherine, the first leg, home leg. Trying to think. Apart from that, I'm in two minds with the Club World Cup. I'm in two minds because we've had a full season from an Arsenal point of view. We had a full season, a full schedule, men's and women's football, and then within a few weeks of the season ending, Champions League final. And all. I'll still do the Conference League, Europa League, and Champions League finals. But after that, days later? I say a couple of weeks later. Sorry, you're going to have the World Club Cup in the USA. Is it really worth covering that entire, like doing watch alongs for that competition for my for this channel? As I say, initially that was the idea, but I'm out, at the moment. I'm in two minds on that one. And if anything, the one guarantee is I will do the Arsenal pre-season stuff in terms of our tour of, was it Hong Kong? We're doing a tour of Hong Kong, and the first game we've announced is an North London derby in Hong Kong. Shocker, Tottenham there. So I think was it our first visit to Hong Kong since 2013 as well for a pre-season. Because we usually do stuff in the States, but obviously the World Cup. Yeah. So I will cover the tour, our pre-season tour games for the men and women. Once they confirm what they're doing for the women as well. I'm assuming, because obviously we're not going to be in the Community Shield come August, so I'm assuming the club are going to do an Emirates Cup weekend. So I'll do that. I'll cover that as well. So you'll still get your watch alongs from an Arsenal point of view for that in the pre-season side of things. Just the only thing I sort of says that might just to give me a bit of a couple of weeks or a few weeks break, barring any transfer news coming in, and obviously reacting to Premier League fixtures and all that we always usually do. Just give myself a bit of a break basically before then going full steam ahead again into the pre-season, into the new season, and starting going all over again basically. But closer we get to that, more in my head, I know where I'm at basically. That side of things. I'll be around for the first. Okay, well, like I say, either way, then I'll say obviously once I've had chats with Liam and Gary and all that, and you can either co-host or host, whatever. But we'll sort that out privately off air and all that, and then So just because I'm going to go, I don't want the situation. Of course, I've got to go because you guys missed out a bit on live in terms of the live watch on content, basically. So I'm still getting. I'm still thinking. Even though I'm doing things, I'm still thinking of you guys as well. I don't want you guys to miss out. So I do want to get this channel kicking on. We're stacking. We spend once we hit a target of, for example, the 3,000 target, the channel sort of stagnates at that 3,000. We read that the target's been what 3,500. Like the next target was always 3,500. How long has that been now? I do want us to kick on now, sort of keep push to the 3.5, 4, 5s, etc. Hit the 10k marking subs and keep pushing, but I want us to get there sooner rather than later, basically, because with the amount that we do as well, it does deserve more than what we're getting, not just in the views but in terms of subs as well. That's not being arrogant. That's just saying how it is. And I want to make this channel a success. And I know it's hard because it's oversaturated. From an Arsenal point of view, multiple Arsenal content creating in the channels and all that. That doesn't mean we just got to accept where we are. We need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Riddy's in the chat. How you doing, Riddy? Hope you had a good week so far. Not the greatest news from an Arsenal point of view today in terms of Gabriel, but hey ho, we have to move. Just hope whatever niggle Ben White felt over the weekend, last weekend, in training, was just a niggle, and basically he'll be okay come the weekend and mainly pushing forward from Madrid and all that. If that's the case, if Ben White is available for selection from Saturday onwards, personally, I'd, in terms of back line, you'd have to go to either White or Timber at right back, Sleeper, and then White or Timber alongside him. Do a Skelly. Or I think is Ricardo available? Is Ricardo still injured? By the way, if Ricardo's available at any point, I would go White, Saliba, Ricardo, Lewis Skelly. And just go with that for a bit, and then rotate Skelly and Timber every other game sort of thing, so they both get a bit of respite and game time at the same time. So who's in the match day score for this one? Nine ups. Doesn't look like he was available, but there's other options there. I mean, Zinchenko can. I don't know. Kieran Tierney plays. Even Kieran Tierney can play left centre back. So worst case, you have to put Tierney along. I know he's short. We'd put him alongside. I don't know. Change the formation a bit. Put him in left centre back in a 5, maybe. I think Ricky's still with us yet. Well, imagine my shock there. By the way, Gav, if you're still watching, by the way, Gav, why have Chelsea at the Bridge got the worst and gloomiest studio for Sky Sports? I've noticed it in the last few years. It's very dark. It's very gloomy. There's no colour. And ones that they've been knocked out. Luke Littler lost to Dolby or Dobby, whatever you pronounce his fucking name. Bloody hell! The world champion lost in Berlin. Didn't even get to the final. That's the thing with Lille Arsenal. So I think that's what Lille was planning on doing this week. But obviously, that's going to be a show for next week now. Footmob has him on turn late April. So yeah, in that case, Timber. You know what? I'll go right back Timber, Sleeper, Ben, whatever way you want to put it, and Lewis Scully. Won't be going to Madrid, but Ipswich is a possibility. Ooh, okay, fair enough. That's cool. I think it's even that style of. I think it's just. I think it's no coincidence. Just from an Arsenal point of view, it's no coincidence that the majority of the players. I mean, Jesus was a bit part player up to the point where he already got win the games, but up to that point, we got win the games together. He was pretty much a squad player. Played very minimal minutes at the time. Every other player that we've lost this season to injury at some point or the other are basically play no matter what when they're available. They are playing game in, game out. No matter the quality of position, they're very rarely getting the night off, basically. Barring the early stages of the League Cup, they're very rarely getting a night off or day off, basically. And that's the Odegaards. Saliba Saliba got an injury. Gabriel also again. Gabriel getting an injury now? Isn't the first this season? He got an injury. So he's back in the first half of the season, didn't he? So this ain't the first. Timber got a few. Is it a few knocks out? Ricardo's constantly getting injured. But in terms of obviously Saka, we've been saying for years, rotate. You had Reece Nelson at the point. Rotate. Otherwise, it bites us on the arse. It bit us on the arse this year. Havertz, since he's arrived, has been the first choice, false 9, whatever. Play. What's happened? Done his hamstring. Gabriel, because he, in terms of rotation, it's basically either sleep when it comes to the cups. It's only one of the two gets a night off, not both. When it comes to even in the early rounds of the League Cup, it'll be one or the other. Normally, Saliba gets a night off. Early rounds of the cup. So again, Gabriel overplayed, done his hamstring. So it's down to if anything, it's not more. I think it's more so down to the fact that our manager, with the players, even when the players he has in, when they're fully available to have at the disposal, has his favourites and will not, in terms of his first choice, will just constantly play him no matter what, and pretty much refuse to rotate and give players a night off or game off when needed. Well, the main thing for the last 2 years, last season we played under the old Champions League format. The year before we were playing under the old Europa League format. It's again no coincidence. It's not just on an Arsenal point of view, but in general, that every year we go by, more and more games are added to the international and club level football, respectively, and we're getting more and more injuries, men's and women's side. That plays a part as well. But from our point of view, right here, right now, most of our players we've had out either got out of hamstrings or had out of hamstrings or ACLs or ankle injuries and this, that, and the other have all been down to being overplayed, basically, for the last 2 or 3 years, non-stop. Especially Saka, I mean, fucking hell. That lad has literally played pretty much non-stop. We got a warning. We had the warning signs for 1 week match day when we played Man City at home, where Saka ran himself into the ground and needed to basically that match day off and the international break. The warning sign was there basically, and we had Reece Nelson back then, but the warning signs were there. And obviously Arteta and Arsenal didn't yield that warning. It's bits on the arse this year, not just with Saka, but with Havertz, as I say, Gabriel now. we lost our fucking captain for 2.5 months, and what pissed me off is, back in the summer, when we sold Smith Rowe, I said, as long as we've got the fact that how aggressive we were in terms of being happy to let him go to Fulham, in my head it was, well, we're being this aggressive, we must have someone lined up. We didn't bring no one into replace fucking Smith Rowe. Then we let Fabio Vieira go. We didn't replace him either. So we had literally one player in Odegaard that could play his role, because obviously we didn't know about Ranieri in terms of him playing as much as he would be this season. And even then, it's a lot to put on the fucking kid. Oh, Odegaard's out, boom, off you go. And for 2.5 months, it bit us on the arse. And then it's only when we lost Saka that he started getting even minute size. Like, what are you playing at? Exactly, really. An absolute joke. And that's again, that proves my point. But it wasn't just Saka. I think it was 1-0 Enzo. There you go. Again, Spursy defending. Again, the crowd is, yeah. But yeah, in terms of, it wasn't just Saka didn't really matter. It was he was playing again. Ironically, he was playing Gabriel in them games as well. It was like, oh, Saliba came tonight, but Gabriel, you can't. Like, do you not trust the players you brought in to do a shift against League One opposition? If so, if not, why the fuck have you brought them in the first place, or kept them? But my main gripe, apart from that, my main gripe with Arteta was you let Smith Rowe go, you sent Fabio back to Porto on loan, but you didn't bring no one in to make up the numbers, or for at least one of them. It was Odegaard or nothing, basically. And then Odegaard went out. You had a player in one year. We all begged for 2.5 months. We all begged on here and other channels. Give Ranieri. What can go wrong at this point? Give Ranieri a run out in that position. Did he do it? Did he fuck? Trossard. Trossard's being shit though, Arteta. Trossard. And occasionally Havertz in them and putting Trossard up top is like, it wasn't working. And like I say, the only time he actually started giving Ethan minutes was after we lost Saka. Make it make sense. He's not ready to play up. A month later, he's ready now. Fucking hell. We want to manage these minutes. Well, you ain't got fucking not. This is another thing. Oh, we want to manage these minutes and ease in. You ain't got that option, though. In the circumstances we found ourselves, and you didn't have that option. And also, Reece Nelson, it was really pissed me off with Reece Nelson, actually, in the terms of the season before last, he's in the last year of his contract. You barely gave him any minutes, but you basically begged him to stay. You promised him the world. He signed a 5-year contract, and then you continue to give him no minutes after all that last season, next to no minutes, and then you've sent him out on loan. You've then sent him out on loan to Fulham. What was the genuine point of giving Reece Nelson a 5-year contract if you're not going to give him minutes, and then after the first year of the new contract being signed, you're sending him on loan to Fulham? What was the point? But yet again, you've let him go and brought Sterling in. You unlike Smith Rowe and Fabio, when you let him go, you brought Sterling in to fill the void of Reece Nelson. Look how that's fucking played out. And there he goes, says, I'm obsessed with Tottenham. No, I bloody well ain't. Blame Gav. The reason this is going ahead because Gav begged for him, basically. I was like, okay, why not? He's going to be 0-0, but it's 1-0 now, but it's going to be 0-0 over and all that. You're a lucky charm, right? How did you work that one out? This will be an interesting one. Please do explain. Oh, this is the thing. I ain't no one's uncle. Literally. No. In what universe? As I say, I'm literally no one's uncle. So in what universe are you? my nephew, basically, or niece. I bloody well don't. Thank you very much. Considering you've told us you're not in the Forest and it leads in Nottingham, why am I going to Scotland for? 2-0, game over. Casado with a volley on just inside the box. Game, I say game over. St Tottenham's Day is a thing. Woohoo for another year. Woo! Sense my sarcasm, by the way, if anyone sees this clip. Fucking hell. What is this for defeats wise as it stands for the old knuckle dragging bastards down the road? Oh, they're checking for an offside. This might be disallowed. I mean, he's standing on Colville's standing on the line, but he's not interfering with play because where the ball goes, he's not interfering with play. So I don't think it shouldn't be given off. They're checking though. Well, they're currently losing, so let's have a look. 16 defeats as it stands. So, I mean, there is a play offside. Does he interfere with play though? In terms of when the ball comes in, there's a play. It's not. It's not Colwell. He looks offside anyway. From the angle we're being given by VAR, there's a defender. It might be Nico Jackson's offside. But again, it's the angle that we're looking at. This angle could be deceiving, and we actually look at another angle that actually looks onside and all that crap. So I won't say scoreboard just yet. They're taking a big look. Just put the lines in for fuck's sake. Whoever's doing chance of VAR tonight is zooming in and out, in and out. This is one angle, by the way, they're looking at. In, out, shake it all about. Just put the fucking lines in at this point. What did he Danny in for? He's off. Well, if put lines and took the line off, okay. Neutral colours tonight, my friend. When I say neutral colours, it's an Arsenal hoodie. But Yeah. Seriously, why? They literally put the line on it and they took the line off, and now there's fucking different in and out again. At this point, even though he's clearly offside, you may as well give it. Even with the line you put in, you showed he was off. But you may as well give it at this point. You're fucking differing. There we go. Finally, you put the line back in the. Why did it take so long for that? Why did it take so long? Sorry, Gav, it's still 1-0. That is ridiculous. That took that long. Bring on April 12th onwards, we've got automated system. You'll never see one. And look, who's Luke? Oh, God. And that's why you won't see us in the same, because I don't know who you're on about. It took long enough. So it took a whole season, Catherine, in the Premier League. Something that we were told back at the start of the season. By October, after international break in October, automated system. Actually, by Christmas. And just before Christmas, maybe next season? We're not quite ready yet. Because that didn't sound dodgy at all, did it? Yes, I will be. Yes, against Belgium. Yep, well, the first of the Belgian double, basically. Yes, I mean, it's Friday night. Why not? If it's the girls. Though, what is it? Serena Weigman's actually said today in a press conference ahead of the game tomorrow that Chloe Kelly and Kirby won't be in the match they scored tomorrow because they're both apparently, her words, picked up little knocks in training, but they should be okay for the second game. So fingers crossed and all that, but yeah. No, all right. Atmosphere I've slagged off. Teams I've slagged off. I'm going to slag off something again here. It's a London derby away at Chelsea. The goalkeeper for Chelsea is shocking, and it's well known he's got a mistake in him, but they have done nothing tonight to force any sort of mistake out of him and capitalise on it. In terms of, I will say, go back to the automated offside thing that's coming in. I will say this: the one thing I would say it needs to speed up on, that needs to be sped up on that side of things, is in terms of getting to the decision side, not a problem. Showing us the image needs to be released a lot quicker than what it does. And if it happens at the end of a game, for example, an incident happens in a game, obviously the system comes into play and all that, and obviously they say offside. Still show us, but show us on social media. Put the image out on social media as soon as you can. Otherwise, you'll have questions of, that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? And cause of corruption, to say. That goal should have stood. Mate, he was way offside, Gav. Come on. Mate, you're winning. You're not going to. Famous last words. Going by what I've seen in this game so far, 63 minutes so far, you're not going to drop points. You're winning. No matter what, you're winning this game now. You've got the lead. Even if it stays like this 1-0, that's it. Be happy you get the 3 points. You're back in the top. You'll be back in the top 4 until the weekend. In the opposite word, but Tottenham ain't going to do nothing. You're fine. Be happy. Looking at Arsenal mid fixtures, Lyon and Villa are away are still on the same day. They have the Villa game will be rescheduled for a later date, but they've rescheduled one game already. I think it is the game before the first leg. Let's have a look on that. Here we go. So yeah, our game with Leicester that was going to be on was initially scheduled for the weekend on 19th 20th is now going to be played on Tuesday the 15th of April. Said at 7:30. That game's been rescheduled. I think as we come out the international break, the Aston Villa game will be rescheduled as well, probably midweek as well, in between the two legs, basically. I think that's going to be the only viable option, basically. That's not. I mean, his arms on the ground. He's sliding across the floor. His arms supporting him, not breaking his neck. I mean, I've seen him given, but it shouldn't be given. I've got to pop off, but I hope Spurs equalise so Chelsea don't get 3 points. There you go, Gav. You've got an enemy. Gav, Catherine's wash your mouth out with soap. How can you say that? Wanting Tottenham to score just because? Personally, I want them both to lose, but still. My ear is red, by the way. That's proper red. Corner. What, mate, these corners tonight from both teams are woeful. Yay, 65 minutes and they've got their first shot on target. Woohoo, well done, Tottenham. Need straight the goalkeeper, but you never know. With Sanchez, it could have gone in still. Right. So goes asleep currently. Canterbury says, no, this is the only fixture I don't mind Chelsea winning. Oh, dear. Ironically, Nicholas Jackson has just been booked for the same thing that Romero did in the first half that caused a fucking riot. And then Romero didn't get booked the first half. There you go, Sancho. He's off. Didn't know he's on a pitch still, but hey, he's not now. Mendueke's coming on for him instead. Yeah, you remember Mendueke? Everyone hyped up after he scored a hat trick against fucking Wolves, match day 2, and then gone missing pretty much the rest of the season. That Mendueke. Talking of Wolves, actually, big game. Big after last night's result of Ipswich against Bournemouth. Big game at the weekend now between Ipswich and Wolves at Ipswich as well. If Ipswich has a call there, I don't think it'll be given. It should be given, but offside. But if Ipswich beat Wolves at Portman Road, Then suddenly, what we were saying the other night was a 12-point gap. It's now in a 6-point gap, and there's a bit of bit of from a Wolves point of view, very shaky times ahead. Suddenly, Ipswich have a bit of momentum on their hand potentially. They give themselves a chance at least anyway. That's not a pen. It's falls to the floor. And then Derby last night was a decent, what's better than Merseyside. Yeah, again, first half of Merseyside was actually, from our point of view, was actually all right because obviously Everton were actually turning up and trying to do something. Second half, it was just same old, same old. Oh, 1-1. Sanchez is under Sanchez. Gav, you may want to turn your TV off. Pape Sarr has just unleashed a shot from like 25 yards out, and Sanchez is under Sanchez, and Chelsea fans are complaining. They're claiming a foul in the build-up there. But either way, Sanchez is under Sanchez. How much longer even if this goal gets disallowed, how much longer can this guy stay in goal? The referee's actually been surrounded. That's not a foul. That is not a foul, Casado. Piss off. Not a foul, Casado whatsoever. He gets a bit. He feels the contact and goes, "Oh, I'm going to fall on the floor now." Mate, once I get the confirmation, I'll change the scoreboard. I feel for you going from one set, mate. Yeah, they're checking for a possible foul now. Again, they send him. They're going to send him over, aren't they? They're sending him over, and the first image he's going to see is studs on the knee because they do. We need. Held Web. We need to. We're going to stop doing this freeze frame, starting from a freeze frame. What did they ever since then? Freeze frame, freeze frame, freeze frame. Still, that makes things look worse than what it is. So the goal's going to be disallowed. Sanchez is going to be showing these blushes by the looks. So here we go. Here we go. Oh, actually, that is a foul. That is a foul, actually, from that angle. Oh, that's to be disallowed. That's got to be disallowed. Sanchez is better to have his blushes saved there. That's his knee. Oh, we could be in trouble with even more as well. Not just a goal disallowed. This is going to be big trouble. I mean, Lewis Skelly got sent off for far less, let's be honest. Sanchez. I said this earlier. I said this before as well. In general, Sanchez is actually worse than Almunia, Canterbury. He's actually worse than Almunia, and that speaks volumes. By the way, that says a lot. I mean, you've got to go pretty far to be worse than Almunia, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, it's got to be this. I've seen that angle. Initially, I thought, no, nothing of it. But seeing this angle now from the VAR replay, it's got to be disallowed. Oh my God, I told Tom Sanchez was shitter than his goalkeeper. Oh dear. Why are they taking so long? It's so obvious. How many more times do you need to see? So stud him in the knee. There you go. And puppet time's been booked. He's lucky to book it, to be fair. It should be a red. I mean, literally, Lewis Skelly has been sent off for far less. I know he got rescinded, but the point still stands. Come on. So I don't have to change the scoreboard. Gav, you're very lucky there. Your goalkeeper may be shit, but you're a bit late to the party. There you go. It's just been disallowed, my friend. One hour for what? I mean, I'd say he's like, I think that could quite easily contribute to the red there. I'm getting my rice and popcorn ready for Anne's post game. Actually, how long we got left? Battery knife. Cool. You know what? Turn this down. I think something may need to appear on our screen at full time. Sorry, unless Tottenham still somehow managed to turn something around here. He's amazing, isn't he? Now he's nothing wrong at all. He knew it was going to be disallowed. That's why he armed it into the goal. Sorry, not palmed it, just armed it in. Thought it's going to be disallowed anyway. Boom. So let's find a little something for you guys. 1 second. There it is. There we go. Sorted. No problem, guys. Right. Son's still on the pitch. I didn't know he's still playing. I thought he got hooked off at half time. He's been non-existent. It just proves last season with Son was a new manager. Look at me. I'm the captain. Look at me. Bounce bullshit. Because this season has been back to what he was the previous season. Dog shite. The highlight almost cost Tottenham a second goal there. If it weren't for the second goalkeeper flying out and just hoofing it in the air. Oh dear. Son, what are you gonna do, Son? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Just give a goal kick. Give the goal kick. Give away a goal kick and claim a corner. That's what you're gonna do. Also, sorry. It seems Casado and Sarr, since that goal's been disallowed, are having a little spat basically at every opportunity. I'm sorry, that's a sport. I mean, he's got down, but it's just poor goal. It's so poor goalkeeping. So poor, such poor goalkeeping. Sorry. To get down and still manage to palm it, not even palm it, arm it into your own goal is poor at any level. Why did you make me cover this game, Gav? Why? Seriously, why do you make me do this? So again, at the Spence, at the Johnson, at the Star, ball in. So I'm going to attack it. Nope, because Tottenham don't attack the balls apparently. Johnson, mate, look at the money. All this money they spend, by the way, on lots of Brennan Johnson and all that. And he's a squad player. He's a squad player at best. He's not. Yeah, he must be kicking himself. By the way, he in the sense of obviously he left the boyhood club, the club where his dad's a legend at as well. All that local team in terms of Nottingham Forest, he left them for Tottenham because they were in Europe. They want to play European football, more so Champions League football. And since he's left, Tottenham didn't qualify for top four last year. They're not going to qualify for this year, and his former club, his boyhood club, are going to be in the Champions League next season, and he's going to be, and his midweek activities are going to consist of watching EastEnders, Emmerdale, and Coronation Street over the course of a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday. Because, like I say it again, no way does this team win the Europa League. No way. They're not going to do it. Frankfurt, they turn up like this against Frankfurt. Frankfurt will just go, peasant. Oh, that's a dive, but it gets a free kick. And that has been booked. Ouch. Yeah, it's the aftermath. I thought initially it was a dive, but looking at the close up, it actually was a foul. In the aftermath follow through, he does catch I got words out. But you got Son and Madison both standing over this, and again, I don't know who number 13 is. So Doggy is going out to the wing, hoping he gets past that to him. But it's not. It's Madison. Madison will go for this. He should do because Sanchez is shit. Needs to get a haircut though. Oh, Neto's doing his draft. His best expression of a draft excluder under the wall there. Here we go. Yeah, Madison with a free kick. Off the wall. Out for a corner. By the way, it hit the wall. The wall didn't even jump. It was hit straight at the wall. They didn't have to move. Got corner though, so let's see what they do with this. Probably nothing. Ball in. Again, nothing. It doesn't even beat the first player. Oh. Spence into Rose of the upper tier. Typical defender shot that was. Was it a deflection? There's no. He's hit that clean and that's gone up. There's no, by the time it's got anywhere near a defender, he's already up in the air anyway. He's not even touched them. Oh, there you go. Club captain old Reece Jackson. He's already asked for the armband as well. He's calling over to Enter saying, "Give me the armband now." And Jackson's been knocked off. So we've got Chelsea are going to end this game in the last 5 minutes. All that's done is basically tell me and anyone with a brain that it's park the bus, protect what we've got. Protect a 1-0 lead against a crap Tottenham. Okay. You've got Chelsea have no recognised striker on the pitch now. At all. I mean, who's playing the false nine now when they're in the attack? The fact that Reece James's first thought process was look over to Enzo, get eye contact, and demand the armband more than just get on the pitch says a lot. Another glimpse at Tommy Tuchel in the stands. Oh, God. What's Solanke done in this game? What's Solanke done all season? Let's be honest. Should have stayed at Bournemouth, the idiot. Going to be two. Oh, what a save, actually, from Bakari to push it out. Chelsea got the ball back, though, in the attack still. Lay down. It's just my leg. You don't have to get up. Don't worry. But yeah, the old big hands, right? Right, it's gonna be. It's here we are, mate. It's here we are. It's close, but it is what it is, mate. Whilst looking at the floor. And can you still win the Europa League? It's who we are, mate. Don't ask stupid questions, mate. Mate. Actually, especially this season, I'm surprised no one's done that. Actually, got that clip of it, a clip of him saying the word "mate," cropped his head, put it on the fucking seagulls of Finding Nemo of all the seagulls, and just happened to have that play out. Him instead of birds not saying that, it's him multiple versions of him saying the word "mate" over and over and over and over again. Drive anyone fucking mad, that would. Oh dear. Can we get out of here, please? Please. Put me out of misery, please. Someone's been booked. I don't know what for. Oh, Palmer. Oh, again, I don't know what for. The camera just panned to the referee with a card out and pointed towards someone. It turned out to be Palmer. Don't know what he did though. Even the commentators don't know. They literally don't even say why he got booked. That's it. You realise you lost the ball, so you're going to throw yourself to the floor, and then do the one thing is going to get you booked, which you won't. Would normally, by the letter of the law, should get you booked, but it won't. And scream in the referee's face because they don't give you a free kick. And talking of which, you then get sucked off. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. And manager's been hooked off. You're literally 1-0 down, and you're hooking off your best defender and your creator, so-called creator anyway. Well, at least we get St. Tottenham's Day anyway. Again, officially now. We know it for a while, but it's official now. Nice and early as well. Get it out of the way. Like it used to be back in the good old days before, again, Martin Yell ruined things. The car just cleared the ball and straight to Reece James. Not even halfway up the pitch. It's like, you're taking a piss. I told this game would be dead. There's lucky, Gav, you're lucky there's been a goal in this game because this game has no. To be honest, no one's really deserved out and out to win this. You just had an opportunity came, Enzo took it, and you got a bit an unforeseen in terms of the obviously Sar's goal. You're lucky there was a foul in it, otherwise it'd be 1-1. But as I say, overall, it's not been an overall out and out better team of the two. It's just been who's going to be the lucky one on the night, basically. It's that sort of game. I.e., fucking shite. Brennan Johnson, the counter attack here, going to do fuck all with it. Son. And Sanchez, as he doesn't do Sanchez, he gets out for a corner instead. Sort of held on to it. It wasn't the hardest shot in the world to hold on to, but pushes it out for a corner instead, off the line. Son does some things nowadays and doesn't commit to the attack like he should do in terms of the shot. I mean, that could have the way Sanchez dives in the air as the shot's been taken. That could have quite easily still gone under his body there and gone in. Fucking hell. Fullbacks taking corners and they're better than the actual creative midfielder. Fucking hell. Let's tell. What did he come on? Fucking hell. Even then, the attacker has a shot. Looks like he's a defender taking it. I bet Gav loves a bit of Sanchez now. 12 minutes. I mean, I know they took their time for the VAR check for the goal that got disallowed, but this is taking the piss. 12 minutes. Gav, can you last another 12 minutes of this? Tussin, by the way, and Dewsbury Hall getting brought on. Cole Palmer's been hooked off. They're literally taking any. So Enzo and Palmer are being hooked off now. They're basically Tottenham are there for the taking. But Enzo Maresca's mindset is at home in the London Derby where you're winning 1-0 against a crap Tottenham team to take off any player that's got an attacking mindset in their brain or bone and put on defenders. This fixture used to produce better quality watch 5-10 years ago. Yep. Even 20 odd years ago when it was like Jimmy Ford Hasselbank and Teddy Sheringham for respect to be played for both Les Ferdinand and all that. The quality in terms of on the pitch, but also from a neutral point of view, the end-to-end action was better than it has been for the last 5-10 years, as I say. Especially for the last couple of years in this, yeah. This is going to be the longest 11 minutes or so of Gav's life. Put it that way. But Maresca is shit. What his subs have told me tonight is, again, 1-0. Basically, since going 1-0 up. 1-0 up at home in a London derby against a team like Tottenham, who are absolutely woeful and there for the technical. There's Jimmy, old Chief for Hasselbank. A Tottenham team that's there for the taking if you want to, and you're happy to try and defend a 1-0 lead against a really, really, really low par Tottenham side. Because you'll take every sub you're making, pretty much you're taking up an attacker for a defender. And saying, come at us, you're doing what Tottenham you'd accuse Tottenham of doing, putting a low block in and saying break us down basically. Knowing that they won't break you down because they're crap anyway. One London club, according to certain Sky pundits, will win the league next year. It definitely won't. It will not be fucking Chelsea. It won't be Tottenham either. But I guarantee they've picked them. They've picked one of them instead of Arsenal. If a London team's going to win the league next year, it's going to be Arsenal. And that's not being arrogant. That's just saying it's simple as it is. We are, out of all the London teams, we are over the last few years the superior of the London teams. No other London team in terms of second, third, none of them come close to us at the moment. And Chelsea are nowhere. Look, come on, look at this. they're scrapping through games now. They're trying to get through it game by game, hoping for the best. You say unless Beretta can pull off miracles. According to reports this evening, before we went live, for example, Sporting Lisbon have officially given Arsenal and Berta permission to talk to Gorka and his people about personal terms and sorting out a deal, fleshing out a deal basically. And obviously, there's also been rumours for the last couple of days that Bert has also had meetings with Nico Williams's agents and representatives basically, that he really wants to bring him in as well. Then you got Zupimendi that we need to get. He needs to then. We've done some legwork in it. He needs to get that. Him and the company need to get that over the line now. Get them free alone. If we, it's obviously if perhaps maybe it's a moment in time, but if we were to get Zupimendi, Nico Williams at the left wing, Zupimendi at midfield, Nico Williams left wing, and Gorka as our main striker, and then 2 or 3 squad players amongst that as well to add some depth. I think we'll be good. I think we're good to go. Basically, injuries aside, we're good to go. Ball in, and he almost did the Sanchez, but held on to it in the end. And also with Bert, Berta's an experienced man as well. Let's not beat around the bush. He is an experienced man in his field. But one of the top, I think it's the top. He's regarded as one of the top 2 sporting directors in the world. We've already got him. He's already straight away. Within hours of the official announcement, we had the Gorka as news last week, and obviously since then we've had the Nico Williams news as well in terms of him going out and always meeting with people over that side of things as well. And you just got to look at his CV at Atletico in terms of from a obviously we're talking about striker at the moment. From an attacking point of view, look at the attackers he brought into Atletico at the time frames when he did, and what they contributed to Atletico Madrid, respectively, at them said times. Yeah, I mean, Yao Felix was the most money he spent on an attacker. Initially, the first 2 years it was working, and then the World Cup came along, and Yao Felix had developed an attitude in Qatar, basically, and his career's gone downhill since. Barring that, look at all the players he's brought, and even outside of an attacking point of view in general, Berta's the man that went to Villarreal and brought Rodri from Villarreal to Atletico in the first place before they sold him on 2 years later for, was it 60, 65 million quid? Pedro Porro just been booked. We're 7.5 minutes into the injury time, by the way, of 12. We need 2 strikers and backups at the half. I mean, midfielder and a left wing. Yeah, the midfielder mentioned was Zubimendi. Left winger, hopefully Nico Williams. I think we'll get a striker because we've all got Havertz, and he'll be the plan B basically. If we were to get a Gorkles or a striker in general, he would be the plan B. No, because we can't sell Jesus, it'll only be one striker this in terms of actual striker this window. Whereas the plan was initially to sell Jesus, but then he got his ACL, so we can't sell him now. If the ACL hadn't happened to Jesus, we could have sold him in this summer. I think the plan was to sell him anyway. Then we would have been seeing 2 strikers coming in this summer. The ready-made one and the protege, basically. But that's not going to happen. Centre back, in terms of backup centre off, we do. We've said this time and time again. Arteta's got to decide in terms of Ricardo Calafiori. Is he going to be because of the breakthrough of Lewis Skelly? Obviously, Lewis Skelly clearly going to be your first choice left back. Tierney's going back to Scotland. Zinchenko, there's rumours, obviously, again, he's going to be one of the players we'll get rid of. You've got Timber that can play left back as well, so that's right back. You've got to decide in the summer with Ricardo, is he going to be your backup centre back, left centre back, or your backup left back? Decide that and then go from there. If he's going to be your backup left back to Lewis Skelly, you go and get two centre backs, a backup to Gabriel and a backup to Saliba. If he's your backup left centre back, you get a backup to Saliba and a backup to Lewis Skelly, respectively. That's why I say if we get a midfield, Supermendy in midfield, Nico Williams, left wing, and Gorka as our striker, and then go and get 2 or 3 squad players, and obviously one of them being a goalkeeper actually, so 2 outfield squad players as well. I think we'll be cooking next year, but again, that's injury permitted. But we'll have more than a capable squad. I'm actually starting to win some fucking trophies. Let's be brutally honest. Havertz doesn't work as a winger though. We've tried Havertz as a winger every now and then. It doesn't work. He doesn't look comfortable. He doesn't look comfortable in that position as a winger. If you want to get the best out of Havertz, you play him as a false 9. And that's why I'm saying, assuming we don't screw things up in the summer, in terms of getting a striker in, Havertz will become the backup to that person and be the super sub, if you will. That will be his role, basically. He'll be rotated in certain games, etc., and all that jazz. I don't see us selling both Martinelli and Trossard. I think we sell Trossard, and I think Martinelli will get another year. We'll be given another year. In terms of just like the club, if we were to get Nico Williams, that's Martinelli benched and Nico Williams the first choice left winger, basically, as far as I'm concerned. And Martinelli's got to step up. He'll be given a year then to step up. If he doesn't, he's then sold as well. The thing with Trossard, his head was clearly turned back in the summer when that bid came in from Saudi Arabia. So his commitment's not there. So I'd rather move him on. And this season isn't. Well, he's been given multiple opportunities. I'm thinking forever, whatever. Yeah, okay. You can't lay a glove on Arsenal, but London's blue. Okay, cool. We literally and statistically dominate London in terms of home and away in derbies most of the time. We've got the best success rate in the London derby situation, and you're going London's blue, yeah? You're one of the worst. Okay, cool. Anyway, we're seconds away from the final full-time whistle going. We're going to get any moment now. The final whistle will go, and it will be officially St. Tottenham's Day. Any moment now. Any moment. Jez Spencer's been booked. So on the 3rd of April, probably the earliest it's happened in a long time, actually, we are getting St. Tottenham's Day. Yay. Little victories. Thanks, Gav. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. If we don't 1-0, everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Even at Stamford Bridge. Enzo's asking for full the ball's on the pitch, which shouldn't be on the pitch. There we go. Any moment now. Come on. We're just wasting time for some reason. I don't know why, in terms of just delaying the inevitable here. There we go. It's done. It's dusted. Chelsea win 1-0. Another year after their 7 year. Again, I said this before. I say it again. felt sorry for after 20 years of dominance against Tottenham and having St. Tottenham's Day over for 21 years on the bounce, or 22 years on the bounce, I think it was. We gave them a 6-7 year spell of having it the other way around. They didn't heed it in the sense of winning any trophies in that time. They celebrated like you wouldn't believe in terms of finishing above us for 6-7 years, like it was a trophy. And we initially, in the end, we got bored and went, "You had your chance. We win it back now and bring it on." Base. St. Tottenham's Day has been brought back with abundance since. This is what, 3 years now on the bounce? Yeah, 3 years on the bounce now. St. Tottenham's Day made its comeback and it's become a regular thing again. As I say, we got bored of it for 20 odd years, so we thought we'd have it, let them have their little bit of fun for a few years and see what they can do in the meantime. And yeah, they finished above after 6-7 years, but they didn't win no trophies. So we just thought, you had your chance, piss off. You'd be brought back to normality now. St. Tottenham's Day is here again. Yes, it is. And with that, whilst you're all here, here is it. There we go. There it is. It's official. Happy St. Tottenham's Day, everyone. Have a cracking day. Have a cracking night, wherever you are in the world. Come on, the Arsenal. Arsenal didn't play, but fuck it. Before we go, Liam said it would be Chelsea 1-0 when he did, actually. To be fair, he did say that. Yeah, you won, but the game, you got to admit, the quality of both teams was poor. You just took a chance that came to you, and they just, behind the goal that they were disallowed. Right, again, rightfully so. Watching the replays, it was rightfully disallowed because it was a foul. Should have been red. I mean, Papa Sar's lucky in that instance as well. While saying that, I'm literally looking at him now with a very selected few Tottenham fans remaining in the away end, giving the likes of Papa Sarr abuse. And literally, I'm seeing fans, a fan in particular, or two fans actually, telling players to do one basically and give them the old two-finger salute. To the point, Big Ange is obviously seen the lacking numbers of away fans that are stuck around after the full-time whistle and hasn't even bothered. Yeah, he's literally walked 5-10 yards outside of the technical onto the pitch, looked towards the away end, realised the low numbers and the abuse these players were getting, watched it, and then decided not to go anywhere near the away fans and applaud them and thank them properly, the ones that are still there, and just turns around and walks towards the tunnel, basically. Classy, man. Classy. He's amazing. Big Ange is amazing. As Jamie Howard once said, Tottenham are back where they are fucking back. Back where they fucking were before Martin Yell ruined things. I keep saying it, but it's true. When are you live again, Ryan? I will be live tomorrow night for the England women. England women versus Belgium, basically international. I think is it Nations League or qualify, one of the two. But we'll do the watch long for that, and then Saturday. Trying to think now. Saturday lunchtime. Obviously, Everton versus Arsenal watch along on Saturday afternoon, and then I think match of the day Saturday. Sunday, if you guys want me to, I'll do a Manchester Derby at 4:30. In terms of 4:30 kickoff, I'll do the Manchester Derby watch long maybe, and then Monday, it's all as it stands, unless I'm told different by Liam, will be the All Arsenal show on Monday. Tuesday is Champions League, isn't it? Next Tuesday. First leg. One sec, double checking now. Don't want to assume nothing. Yeah, next Tuesday is Champions League match day. That's my quarter final, first leg against Madrid at the Emirates. Be covering that here on the channel as well. and then go from there. Basically, from Tuesday onwards, we'll go from there, and we'll have more idea from Tuesday. After at that point, the rest of the schedule for next week. But yeah, for the next few days, I'll be here. I'll be live, giving you as much content as we possibly can. Apart from that, though, I'm going to get myself out of here. After, thanks to Gav and Roddy, putting myself out through 2 hours and 16, nearly 17 minutes worth of dross, basically, of a football game. I'm going to go and get myself some rest. Try and figure out why my ears are going slightly red, by the way, because they are red raw for some reason. Tottenham Hotspur are 14th, by the way, on goal difference. If Everton were to get a result against us, Tottenham would fall fit to 15th. No, sorry, Everton. You're going to have to share the point up. Be happy with 15th for another match day because you're not. We can't let you do it. No, can't let you take points off us. Fuck off. They're literally never on points with West Ham as well. I've just seen it as well. West Ham ain't doing nothing, by the way. West Ham have been really bad, actually. Disappointing. Not even enjoyable to watch from a neutral point of view. There was that initial bounce when Potter came in for the first couple of games, and then it's gone back to normality, basically. But yeah, I'm going to get myself out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, about half hour before kick-off, get the team news in, get all the reaction there, get everyone else in, get the score predictions and all that. Have a bit of it. Hopefully it will be a better quality game as well to cover as well compared to tonight. And yeah, if you haven't already, guys, do please hit the like button if you haven't already on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the join button if you want to become a member. All the options are there. You know what? Because we put ourselves through this bullshit for the last 2 hours. Before I go, I'm going to give out my last set of memberships for the month to you guys and see who gets what, basically. Let's have a look. Just because. There we go. Let's see who gets what. Here we go. Who's getting Playmore UK? Anthony Hibbert's got one. Enter Ego's been given one. Roy Marshall. And YouTube censors our free speech. Apparently he's got one as well. There you go. Hope you enjoy your memberships for the next month, for the rest of the month. But for the next month, basically, until the 3rd of May. That's basically because we had to put ourselves through this palaver, basically, thanks to Gav. But yeah, on that, and really fair. But on that note, we want to get ourselves out of here. Take care. If you haven't, 1-1. It was not 1-1. Otherwise, Gav would not be so happy. But yeah, I'm going to get myself out of here. Get some rest. See you all tomorrow. Hopefully for a better quality game. See the girls do their thing, as we always do most of the time. And yeah, go from there, really. Take care. See you later. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.